Coach, what are the emotions, how are the feelings in the locker room heading into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think just really excited, to be one of the 8 teams left in the tournament. It's really exciting stuff, and, I think we've worked pretty hard to be in this position to have a home game. So we hope that people will come out and have lunch with us and watch 2 great teams battle it out.
You happy to get the game out of the way early in the morning? I know Maddy had talked about really enjoying and relishing those early morning games, but I don't know, how is that for you? Do you enjoy that more than the night game?
I think it'll be different. We had the night game the last couple of years, but I think we're just grateful to have a game, so we don't really care what time it is, I think the only unfortunate thing is that, we probably would have drawn a big crowd if it was a bit later. But, we're just excited to play. We don't care about what time it is.
Coach, it's going to be 83 degrees tomorrow. Not really typical Evanston lacrosse weather. How much will the heat be a factor tomorrow in tomorrow's game?
I think I'm going to put money that there'll be a good breeze from the lake, so it won't be too bad. That's what I'm thinking.
Worse than that carry heat.
Exactly. Yeah.
How important is containing Anna Brand, obviously all-time and leading scorer?
Very important. I mean, she is just an absolute phenom. So athletic, so hardworking. I mean, she just never stops. Yeah, I mean, we have to play great team defense. They have other great attackers as well, but she sure is something special.
Being in the Big Ten and in the Midwest, you tend to get a lot of the same opponents multiple times in a year. Penn, you guys haven't seen them this year, but have seen them before. What's the unique challenge with preparing for a team like that in a winner-take-all situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we are excited to play someone new, to be honest. I think over the years we've had a rivalry with Penn. We've played them in multiple Final Fours back in the day. Their coaches are really, truly phenomenal. They do a great job. And so, we're excited. We played them last year in this round, so I'm sure they're really excited. And it's fun to play someone new. We obviously had a lot of Big Ten in our bracket, this side of the bracket, so it's exciting to be able to play someone from the Ivy League. The Ivy League has had a tremendous season. Having 3 teams in this round is really, really impressive. So we're just excited. We know it's going to be a great challenge, and we're looking forward to the challenge ahead.
And you guys are obviously a team that plays very fast, very physical, lots of jumping in passing lanes, causing turnovers and things like that. But against the Wolverines, you had a ton of fouls. How do you manage to play a similar play style while cutting down on those fouls that could put you guys at a disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just trying to get better. We looked at the film from that game, and we see a lot of areas where we can improve. I still think we played great defensively. As a unit, they are a potent offense, and we held them to a small amount of goals. So I was excited about that, and we know some of the areas that we can improve on, and we're going to do that.
What sort of mentality do you see in this group that, in your opinion, makes them Final Four contender caliber?
From my perspective, I see them as hardworking and coachable. And those, when you're hardworking and you're coachable in life, it's easy to become a success. So I think that's been our cornerstone all season long. They play together, they vibe off of each other. I think we're pretty balanced in all areas, draw, D, offense, and I don't know if I would call us Final Four caliber until we can earn that label.
You guys looking to make your 6th consecutive Final Four. Obviously, you can't really compare teams across the years and stuff like that, but this year compared to at least the last 2, how has your message as a coach changed in that time, and what are some differences this time around?
Yeah, I would say like leading up to those 6 Final Fours, I would say that there was a lot of transformation in how we coached and, you know, the messaging and just the connections with the players and what we were doing. From when we initially had our run of success. And so, you know, now I think the connection is strong with the athletes and I think the coachability is a byproduct of that. And so it's been a really fun team to work with and we're really excited for tomorrow.
How does the experience of having played Penn in the quarterfinal last year help with preparation?
I mean, they have a very different team this year. Obviously, we have 2 of their players on our team. So, you know, we're not taking too much stock into last year's game. We lost a lot of people from last year. This is a new year. This is a new team. They have a new team, and this is a new opportunity. They've shown throughout the season that they're, you know, a great team. They can play with anyone, and they play with a lot of heart right down till the last second. So, you know, I'm excited to have that help elevate us and challenge us and see if we can step up in those challenging moments.
Regarding Maddy, first out of the scene 2 years ago in that national championship year as kind of a 4th option. You know, since then she has had to, you know, emerge as the front runner, score a lot of goals for Northwestern, and you know now tying Skane's record. But also she's had to grow as a leader now as a junior. The incredible season that she's having, you know, on the field, but also who she's become within the program. What can you say about, you know, her development and what it's been like coaching her this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Maddy has really stepped up as a leader for sure. I think she didn't have to do that as much with Izzy and Aaron and Dylan on the attack. And so now she's really, you know, vocal, and I think she has a great group that leads as well. And they've played off of each other extremely well. So just really pleased with her. I think that she can kind of hurt you in a lot of different ways. Obviously, everyone focuses in on the goal scoring, but she's really dynamic and, you know, even just the job she does for us on the draw controls, she really just pours her heart and soul into this, and that's what makes her special.
And suddenly having to step up as a leader, did you notice that kind of immediately, or for her, you know, did that take some time, you know, at the beginning of the season and off-season training to kind of work into that role?
Well, we knew she was going to have to do that. She was really the only returner on the offensive end, so we knew that, like, just her experience level from the previous 2 years was going to make a big impact. And, you know, we've really tried to mentor her into, you know, how to be vocal, how to be a leader by, you know, everything that you do. And she's done a great job at that.
You touched on 2 additions from Penn, Nikki and Grace. How have their impacts contributed to this team? Have you picked their brain at all about how Penn works?
I mean, you know, maybe just slightly, but I think, like I said, I mean, Penn has a different team. They do different things. I think their coaches are pretty intelligent, and so we don't know what the game plan is. And honestly, like, we're really trying to focus on ourselves and being the best version of us as much as possible. So, you know, they have been, though, just awesome additions to this team, great leaders. Just so grateful for being out here and being with this group every day. They really set the tone and just work ethic. I mean, credit to the Penn staff. You know, they just did an amazing job mentoring those 2, and we're really lucky to have them on our team.
Coach, you guys had to get past 2 of the best goalies in the Big Ten recently in JJ Soriano and then Aaron O'Grady, and now you're up against one of the top goalies in the Ivy League, and Orly Cedrens. What is the offense's plan to sort of getting past these goalies who are really good at being able to put stops?
I think as an offensive player, you don't necessarily focus too much on the goalie. You just focus on how we play. I think the style of play that we play helps us because we really share the ball, we move the ball, and just having confidence and execution. You're not going to make every shot, but can you learn from what happened in the past play and make the next one? So I think that's our mentality, and I think we have 3 tremendous goalies on our team that test us every single day and that help us really be prepared for these moments.
All right, so several years of experience with the NCAA tournament. You guys had the championship run 2 years ago, Final Four before that, championship loss last year. How does this run feel any different, and how does it compare to, the last few years?
I think this is such an exciting time of the year, and I think we're all super excited about it. And I think we call it Christmas because it's like holiday season. You're so excited, and I think everyone on the team is ready to go for the next game. And I think you're only guaranteed one game, so why wouldn't we put everything we can into it? So I think we're super excited for tomorrow.
Emerson, what are your thoughts and emotions headed into your last collegiate game on Martin Stadium?
It's definitely really emotional. It's been a really awesome experience here for me, and I'm so excited to play one more game. And it's been a great 4 years, and definitely think that I'm looking forward to one last game, putting everything all out on the field.
How do you think this team cohesion has developed throughout the year, and what level is it at right now?
I think it's been so cool. We obviously have a lot of new people on this team, and I think that everyone's really bought into everything we've been doing, and I think it shows out on the field, just the way that our cohesion has grown throughout the season, just it reflects in our play. So I think that it's been really cool to see everyone develop together.
Being in the Big Ten, you have kind of a smaller conference, Midwest. You play a lot of the same teams multiple times, but you guys are getting ready to face Penn on tomorrow, who you guys haven't faced yet. What's the unique challenge with, in a winner-take-all situation, playing someone that you guys haven't seen this season?
I think we're really excited about it. I think that's what's really cool about the tournament, is getting to play opponents that you normally don't get to see. And I think we got to play Penn last year at this round, which I think is cool. And I think we're really excited to see a new opponent and try out scout new people and new defenses and offenses.
What are some things you're able to take away from last year's win that you can utilize tomorrow?
I think just playing as a team. I think we did a really good job in the game last year, playing as a team, and I think looking at their defense and offense, it's a little similar. So getting to grow off of that and trying to learn from what we did last year and bring it into this game.
Against Michigan, you guys had a lot of transition goals that came off turnovers, and you're a really big part of that as a midfielder. How important is that transition game to sort of kick off the Northwestern offense?
I think we play with a lot of speed, which is really cool, and I think a big part of our game is pushing that transition and trying to get that, and if we don't have it, we're able to get it around really fast. And I think I always like to push transition just to because they're not set yet, so I think it's a great way to attack, and then I think we do a good job of pulling it out if it's not there, but really going for it when we can.
You guys did also very frequently against Michigan jump a lot of passing lanes, cause a lot of turnovers, but with that came a lot of fouls. How do you maintain your aggressive physical identity while trying to cut down on those fouls as well and make sure that you're not putting yourself in a woman down opportunity?
I think we just try to adapt to the game, definitely. I think we do try to be really aggressive and push really far out on defense and put pressure on them. And I think if we're noticing those fouls are happening more, we try to adapt from that.
What's been Coach Kelly's message the last couple days, last time here for you, for a lot of the seniors, a chance at another Final Four run on the line?
I think just being grateful for every moment, because obviously the moments are fleeting, and so I think putting everything we can into this game with no regrets and leaving everything out on the field is what we're focusing on, and just being being grateful for each other in every moment and focusing in on us.
Feeling a little emotional at all? Everything kind of coming to a close here at least?
Honestly, I'm really excited. I think this is a great time of year, and I honestly haven't really thought about it too much, and so I I think it'll hit me afterwards, but really focused on just like having a really great time at the game tomorrow.
How are you feeling heading into tomorrow?
So excited. It's the best time of year, just like Emerson was saying, just having a lot of fun. I think it's going to be awesome to be the first game. Past 2 years were the last one, so I just remember waiting all day. So just to like wake up and just like get to the best part of my day, I'm excited.
This is year 3 of NCAA tournament runs for you. How has this one, been similar or different to the past years, and has, Coach Kelly's message changed throughout that?
I think May is always the best time of year, so always very excited when this time always rolls around. I think it's a little different because I think the past 2 years, I feel like our team's been the same, and like this year, a good amount of our team has never gotten to really play in like playoff games in May, which I think is really exciting, and I think it just like makes me feel a lot more grateful to like be in the position we are today. So I'm really excited.
Maddy, what do you think the offense did better against Michigan compared to that Maryland game, and how are you going to carry that into the Penn game?
Yeah, I just think we played with a lot of heart. I think we communicated really well, and I just think we never took our foot off the gas pedal, never took any plays off, and just worked together really well. And I think we want to bring that into tomorrow too, so I'm excited about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
You faced some of this Penn defense last year. What are some of the lessons you take away from last year's matchup, and how will you utilize that tomorrow?
Yeah, I think just like playing fast, playing with a lot of heart, and like playing all together as a team. I think they play a zone, so we have to communicate a lot and just like work for each other, like on ball and off ball, and I think we're ready.
Playing in the Big Ten and in the Midwest, you see a lot of the same teams multiple times a year, and it gives you the opportunity to change things from matchup to matchup. But you guys haven't faced Penn this year. You did last year, but what is the unique challenge of that in a winner-take-all situation like the tournament, facing a team that you haven't seen yet this year?
I think it's an exciting opportunity to play a different opponent. So I think we're all really embracing that and just like working really hard like on the field, and then obviously watching things like off the field, watching film, and it's been really fun, and I think we're really excited just to go out there and just play one last game at home this year.
Two of your teammates, Nikki Miles and Grace Fukunaga, both played for Penn last year. How important will their insight be on the team headed into this game?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's crazy they were on the team last year, and now we're playing them again and they're on a different side. I think it's really cool, but they've been helping us a lot, not even just this game, but this whole year. Like, their leadership has been awesome, so it's just another game for us, and we're really excited for what they could do.
Better to have them on your side than their side.
Yes, definitely.
You guys are a team that obviously plays very fast, very physical, but last game against Michigan racked up a ton of fouls. How do you, as a team, how do you maintain that balance between physicality and maybe crossing the line too much to put yourself in a bad situation?
I think we talk about this a lot, but just like staying calm throughout the whole game, never getting too high or never getting too low, just staying like consistent throughout the whole game. So I think we always talk about that, and Kelly always talks about it to us. So I think just like remembering that and bringing it into tomorrow, because I think obviously when it comes to like playoff games, like your emotions can get really high. So just staying like even keeled throughout the whole game.
And you mentioned also, enjoying playing in the morning. Is that a personal preference, or, what's special about playing in the morning for you?
I think it's just awesome to be the first game, just to like be able to just like wake up and get the best part of your day going on. And I think we're excited. I remember my past 2 years, we've been the night game, and it's just different. Now you just wake up and do it instead of just like waiting all day. So it's gonna be fun no matter what.
You've been in this position twice before. You've punched your ticket twice before. How awesome is that feeling, and how badly do you want it again?
Yeah, it's just like the best feeling ever, just to do it with like your best friends too, that like you hang out with every day, and just like play the sport that you love with them every day. So I'm super excited. Obviously want to get there bad, but just like taking it like minute by minute and just like focusing on this practice first. But it'll be good.
11 a.m. tomorrow, the official, Northwestern lacrosse Twitter account retweeted a post that said to skip your jobs and come here. What is your pitch for why fans should show out and support the team tomorrow?
Yeah, everyone come out. It's going to be a great time. Play with a lot of heart, play really fast, really entertaining to watch. So everyone get there. Go Cats.